Hello, welcome to Zombie Beach.
Hello and welcome to another exciting, scintillating, and otherwise distressing edition of Zombie Beach, the podcast. My name is Dan Ledbetter, and with me as always is my cohort, partner in crime, and longtime friend, but not life partner, Jerry Davis.
Hello.
It's good to be back.
It is.
No, we're on a bit of a vacation hiatus thing. It's kind of tough during the summer.
It is.
You know, because there's just so many conflicting schedules, and I was gone for several days a couple weeks ago, and then
me too.
And yeah, it's just very tough. So please bear with us. We're not going into pod fade to the best of my knowledge, and we haven't been shut down by the FCC or anything. So
Not yet, at least.
Cross my fingers. So yeah. So dude, what have you been doing? Now you had something you were doing tonight, if I remember correctly, before the podcast.
Oh, I was just out with we had a out of office work meeting.
A team building experience.
Team building experience at a bar. And,
nice.
Yes.
I think I need to work at your place.
I just spent almost an entire week in Detroit.
Wow, who did you piss off to go there?
Talking about a horror movie. No, actually, it wasn't that bad. But
I've been to Detroit. It's not really not much of a picnic there.
I was warned not to stray away from the block I was on. He said I was in a safe zone.
Wow.
And he said, do not leave this area on foot.
Really?
And the funny thing is I was going there because I'd been reading all this stuff in the months leading up to this about a cultural renaissance happening in Detroit, and it's become this like a second Soho with all these artists moving in, and
right.
It's like this design mecca now and everything. And I went there expecting to see that. I saw none of that. Nothing.
Really?
They do have the coolest graffiti in the world, or at least on that part of the state.
Maybe that's what they're talking about.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a graffiti renaissance.
It was. There's lots of big buildings that are like abandoned and look like a set for Mad Max.
Right. That's kind of like Atlantic City. Have you ever been to Atlantic City?
No, I haven't.
It's
that's where the next trip is.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, my friend, if you get the opportunity, as you're driving in, just sort of take in the landscape, because if I was going to film a zombie apocalypse movie, it would be on the way into Atlantic City, because, I mean, there's like burned out buildings with boards on the windows, and pretty much the place is a dive, with the exception of all the casinos kind of all huddled together down by the boardwalk and in town. And there are a few really good little restaurants and things like that, but dude, the place is it's a dive. It's kind of like Reno, but after a zombie apocalypse. I'm not kidding. It's like burned buildings. It's like horrible. It's and even the casinos aren't that exciting. So yeah, I would steer clear of that place if at all possible. Are you going there for business or pleasure?
Yeah, it's business. Well, actually, and I may not end up going myself personally, so we'll see.
Oh, well, I hope you do, just because it would. I'm sure just looking at the
because
landscape.
You hate me and you want me to die.
No. I want you to see the landscape, because I think that would totally inspire you for some of your books.
I grew up in Stockton.
Well, yeah. So imagine Stockton with a casino, and you've kind of got Atlantic City.
Hey, speaking of Stockton, or at least a place close to it, actually closer to your old hometown stomping grounds, I was reading something on, where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Bath salts have hit Chico.
Oh, no. Are you kidding?
No, I've got an article right here. Apparently, in July, President Obama signed a federal law banning bath salts as well as some other synthetic drugs. But locally, and this is in a local Chico paper, bath salts became news in Chico on August 7th when James Keith Hall, 22, was arrested on charges of possessing a large quantity of a main bath salt ingredient. And it goes on.
So he was kind of doing his own Breaking Bad thing.
Yeah, so apparently there's bath salts going on.
Breaking bath salts.
Breaking bath salts.
Could be a new show.
Sounds like our start of a Breaking bath salts and eating faces. Here on Zombie Beach.
Song.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can't rap. I'm too white.
Oh, all right. I can't do a beatbox either because I don't have the lung capacity. So wow, bath salts hits Chico. Boy, that is kind of close to. I mean, not close to home for me, as in home. Well, I mean, where I grew up home.
You grew up. Orland's close to Chico, right?
Yeah, 20 miles.
I remember when I was staying with you that one weird little trip that I made that summer, and then I went with you and your girlfriend to the. I think we went
to the fair.
The fair in Chico.
Actually, we went to the Orland Fair.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, well, it's all right because the Orland Fair is very small.
Did you have to pass through Chico to get to Orland?
No.
Huh.
It's as far as where Orland is, like if you jump on the 5 freeway and just head towards Seattle.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you will drive right into Orland. It's like right off of the 5 freeway.
Oh, okay.
And Chico would be 20 miles east of Orland.
Oh, we used to go through Chico to get to one of the lakes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's where I remember that from.
And that is your geography lesson for Zombie Beach.
Extreme Northern California geography.
Adventure.
There will be a test.
There will be. Trust me. And great prizes will be given out.
Not really. Though. Question 1. How many tons of bath salts does it take to...
I know. I'm waiting. I am just waiting now for somebody's face to get eaten off in Chico, or somebody eats somebody's cat, or some whacked out thing because of the whole bath salt thing. It's got to go ballistic. Because let's put it this way, if they'd caught the one guy with a bunch of stuff, how many other guys got through?
Yeah, you got to think that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not going to make a bath salt joke.
No, go ahead.
I couldn't think of one.
The nose.
Couldn't think of one.
Oh.
Wasn't quick enough.
That's all right. Hey, speaking of zombies and all things apocalyptic, Walking Dead, new season coming out here.
Yeah, I know.
A little less than 2 months. I'm very excited about that.
We're saving our pennies so we could buy it on iTunes.
I know. It's going to be very, very exciting. Now, you're all caught up, correct? You're caught up with all the seasons.
All caught up. Ready to go.
Now, as a Facebook subscriber, they do have the Walking Dead social game out now.
Have fun.
You don't even want to check it out? It's not like Farmville for zombies.
Well, that might be fun.
I checked it out. It's okay. It's a little... I mean, honestly, it's a little clunky because they should have just made it like a first-person shooter kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But it is kind of like Farmville with zombies in the sense of you have little missions you have to accomplish and all that, and you get different weapons as you gain points and things like that. Like right now, I have a baseball bat, so I'm just beating zombies over the head. and you can get a gun, but guns attract walkers, so it's
so apparently a katana is the best thing to use.
I think a katana is probably your best bet all the way around
if you know how to use them.
Yeah, if you know. Otherwise, you're probably going to cut off your own arm.
Which is probably what I would do.
Yeah, I know. I'd be on the ground going, it's only a flesh wound.
So have you ever...
So what's been... No, go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. Have you seen High School of the Dead yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. There was a girl with katanas in that.
Oh. Really? Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's anime.
Oh, it's anime. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know whether it's just me or whether it's just me. But I just have not gotten into anime. I've tried. I tried watching Ghost in the Shell. I tried watching what's the vampire one that's fairly popular. There's another one. But I just can't get into anime. I don't know what the deal is.
I take it you were never a Speed Racer fan.
You know, no, not some. Every time you get a monkey wearing a hat going speed. I don't know. I just couldn't get behind it.
I was all about the Mach 5.
Yeah, I mean, it was the car and everything was cool, but I don't know. It just didn't. I guess maybe it was the storyline. It was kind of like, the Perils of Penelope Pit Stop, except in Japanese anime.
Yeah.
It's like it was the same thing every week. It's like, Racer X was doing something to try to sabotage Speed Racer. And
No. Racer X was his brother.
Oh, well, who was the bad guy then?
Oh, every week there was a different bad guy.
Oh, see, I always thought it was Racer X.
Everybody thought Racer X was the bad guy, but Racer X was secretly his brother, and they would always whisper that the moment they introduced him.
Oh, got you. That's Speed's brother.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
That was kind of the equivalent of
it's like
melodrama.
Racer X. Racer X was actually Speed's brother who needed some help. Oh, Speed. Hey, I got something interesting for you.
What do you got?
Are you single? No, you're not single.
No, I'm not single, but
I am.
Are you?
You could go and meet your zombie match at a new dating website called Zombie Harmony.
No.
Yep. Interested in gnawing, lumbering, or groaning? Zombie Harmony has checkboxes for all your interests, it says here.
No.
The zombie dating site naturally has free profiles to scan from local zombies.
Oh, that's funny. Have you looked through it?
No. I just found this in an article.
Wait, is it called Zombie Harmony? As in like eHarmony?
Yeah. Zombie Harmony.
Oh, dude, that is hilarious. You got to send me a link to that.
Okay. It's, let's see. Hungry Barbers' tagline is, nom, 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 nom. She likes gnawing, chasing injured people, and hanging out in dimly lit stairways. Her dislikes are listed as Molotov cocktails, baseball bats, and getaway boats.
That's very clever. I like that. Did you ever see that? It was like somebody did a fake personals ad in the paper, like zombies seeking people, and it's got brains.
Oh, yeah.
Must like kids.
I think I've seen that. Didn't you post that on
I
our
may have
Facebook
posted
site?
that like a million years ago. I can't.
That's funny.
You know what's funny about this? It's like I'm getting sold where I'm forgetting things. I'll just start posting the same thing over and over again. Everything's new again.
Let's not go there.
Oh, dude. What was your name? Sorry.
I forget. Some zombies even like to cuddle. Loves to cuddle's tagline is, I enjoy long, slow, lumbering walks on the beach. And she is interested in lumbering, staring vacantly, and cuddling. There's even one zombie, Lonely Bill, who has one eye, half torso, and a whole lot of heart.
That's very funny.
Zombie Harmony, people. Go check it out.
Well, let's put that on our Facebook page.
Okay.
I think we'll need to do that because that's important.
Yeah, that's important.
It's important. Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, that's important. Great. Everything we do is important here at Zombie Beach. So, dude, it's kind of a horror film, but I want to tell you about a movie that I saw with Liam Neeson.
Oh, yeah?
Called The Grey.
The Grey. It's not 50 Shades of it, I hope.
No, it's not 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
That would be.
My daughter just looked at me like, that's disgusting.
I know. 50 Shades of Grey. Actually, I put I made a meme for my Facebook page. It's got a picture of a gray alien on it and says, "Oh, I thought you said 50 Shades of Grey. Is my bad." Nobody hardly commented on it. It's like I was the only one with alien humor going on there.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Yeah, it's on there, so you can dig for it.
You post. I get pop-ups every time you post a picture, and you post like 4 or 5 all at once in the morning.
I do. It's just like bam, 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 bam.
And I'm working.
I collect them.
And so I don't have time. You need to think, there's this service called Buffer, and you post them to Buffer, and then Buffer spaces them out.
What?
So they don't, and it'll post to your Twitter, your various Facebook sites.
Are you serious?
It'll
I
do.
totally need that.
It'll do Tumblr, I think. The only thing it doesn't do is G+, because apparently I thought Google had opened up the API to that, but I guess they haven't yet.
I'm over Google Plus.
Oh, I love Google Plus, but it's a whole different thing.
You know what, though? One thing we did do that actually turned out pretty cool was the last Deal News podcast that we did. We actually did our podcast on Google Hangout and recorded it video and uploaded it to YouTube.
And it worked?
It worked.
We should
surprisingly
We got to
well.
totally try that.
Yeah, my friend Jeff...
Except the video part.
Well, no, actually, it worked. The video part worked out really well. He said it was totally easy to edit.
I don't want people to see me.
Dude, they've got a picture of you already up there.
I'm going to wear a zombie mask.
Oh, good heavens. It could be worse, though.
Well, okay, we'll try it.
We should try it at least once. Maybe for our Halloween special.
Yeah.
Because we could wear masks for that. That would actually be kind of funny.
That would be cool.
And we'll just do a Google Hangout and we'll just record our podcast.
Well, the cool thing about that is it's live, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally... Well, no, it's live if you want people to join you. You can send out invitations. But what he did was... You what?
It's undead.
It's undead, yes. Actually, that'd be very funny to...
record it undead.
Yes, recorded undead from the Philharmonic Sympathy Hall. Sympathy Hall? Symphony Hall.
Go with it, Sympathy Hall.
Yeah, the Sympathy Hall.
The Syphilis Hall.
It's a retrospective tour.
Rigor mortrospective.
So, The Grey, Liam Neeson, you have to see this movie.
The Grey, what's it about?
Really do. Basically, it's about a guy who works up in Alaska, and he is his job is to go around the camp and protect people from these wolves that...
I thought you were going to... Okay, go ahead.
What were you thinking?
Go around... Never mind.
Oh, 50 Shades of Greys. And basically what happens is he gets on a plane to go home for the winter or summer, and the plane crashes. And so he and like the 7 other survivors have to walk across the tundra, and they're right in the middle of where a pack of wolves have staked out. So they're like following them and picking them off one by one. It's a good story. I think you would appreciate it.
That sounds like a wolf version of that tiger movie, Ghosts of the Night.
Oh, something of what was it?
What?
Ghosts of Africa.
Ghosts in the Darkness, Jesse.
Ghosts in the Darkness. That's what it is. Yes.
Which was like Jaws on land.
Right. Hey, speaking of Jaws on land, have you been watching any of Shark Week?
No, I don't.
Oh, I keep forgetting you don't have TV.
Well, we have some TV, but I'm not here during the day to watch it.
Oh, well, it's on all night, every night.
Every night.
Every night for
TV. Really?
Yes, they shut it down apparently, or they don't shut it down apparently.
I'm old enough to remember when TV shut down for the night.
Oh, dude, the what do they call that test pattern with the Indian head or whatever? Yeah. They do the Star-Spangled Banner, and then it go.
It would do the Star-Spangled. Well, at least one of them, KCR A3 in Sacramento, would do the Star-Spangled Banner. Then it would do this tribute to flight called High Flight, and they'd read this poem and show this F-16 flying around, right. And then it would just shut down.
Really?
Yes, like.
See, I think that would be actually very funny to do, would be to record like one of those old...
We should do that with the internet. The internet should shut down at midnight.
That would be hilarious. Could you imagine? It's like all of a sudden through your speakers, the Star-Spangled Banner plays.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, I got to get off.
The internet's shutting down.
The internet's shutting down.
At least, well, I guess you couldn't really do it at midnight because it's, 24 hours around the world. So just Sunday. It shuts down on Sunday at Greenwich Mean Time, and all day Sunday it's off. So you actually have to go off into the world and do things in meat space
Right.
instead of cyberspace.
Dude, that's a great idea for a story right there. I think you should write that story. I think that would
actually
be
wrote that story.
Did you already?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in my book of short stories.
Available at
JerryDavis.com.
We'll put a link on our website. I think you should do a audiobook.
You know, I tried doing, I did not a whole audiobook, but I read, it was a horror story last year.
Yeah?
And I think were we doing this last year? We haven't been doing this for a whole year yet, have we?
I think we have, my friend.
Oh, geez. Okay, anyway, so I hated the way I read.
What? You have a great voice. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but the way I read my stories, it sounds really dorky.
Oh. Well, have you heard Stephen King do his audiobooks?
Stephen King is rich enough to pay someone else to do it.
No, he does his own. He uses his voice. I mean, he'll sit and he'll read his own book, which I would imagine would be very surreal.
Yeah. But, you know, I read my stories after I write them as part of the rewrite process because you don't really, a writer does not see what he's written because it's already in his head.
Oh.
And so the only way to really catch a mistake is to read it out loud. It forces your whole brain to process it instead of just a part of it.
Right.
But it's not a dramatic reading. It's more like a zombie mumbling it, you know.
It was a dark and stormy night. Well, you know, I still think you should do it because I think you would do great at it, and I think you could I think you could sell them.
We'll see. Tell you what, I'll record one of my horror stories, one of my old published horror stories, and I'll do it specifically for the Zombie Beach audience.
Oh, there you go.
But I won't post it as a Zombie Beach podcast. It'll be like an extra.
Right.
So we'll do that for Halloween.
Oh, that's a great idea.
We'll see if anybody likes it.
That's an amazing idea. I really like that.
It's absolutely okay if you don't. So.
Wow. Very exciting.
It's not easy to read your story. It really isn't.
No.
Because you want it to be perfect, and it's never going to be perfect. And so it's a lot of record, stop, redo, record, stop, redo. It's like with podcasting, we don't care if we go or stumble or sneeze or it just doesn't make any difference. But if you're reading a story, you don't want to introduce anything into it that will kick a reader out of the story. Because when you're listening to, you find, I mean, you've listened to books on tape, right?
Of course.
You don't want to do anything that detracts from the story as it's going through someone's head, because you lose yourself in the story. You don't even realize you're listening to it anymore.
Oh, that's
but
true.
If someone
because you're actually just listening to it and you're making up whatever's going on in your head. Wow.
But if the person reading it is a goofball or does dumb things or stutters a lot, it ruins it. And so that's why I don't think I'm very good at it.
Yeah, I still think you could. That's just me.
I have a friend, Tim, who did it for a living for quite a while. So I should get him to read one of my stories for me.
There you go.
That's
actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Get him to read it and have him read it in like a Slavic accent.
He's got a really good voice.
Does he?
Yeah.
Better than us?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Hey, here's something interesting. In Westchester, Ohio, just across the Indiana border, there is a gun range called the Shoot Extreme, which is drawing crowds with a so-called zombie hunt.
What?
Where customers can take down flesh-eating imposters. It says, as you're walking through the shoot house, everything is dark. It's very spooky. We've got full ambience going, says owner Kevin Higgins. When a zombie sees you, it goes, and you've got about 3 or 4 seconds to engage before the zombie eats your brain.
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean you have 3 or 4 seconds to engage?
Well, the shooters aren't in any real danger if they are using real guns.
Oh.
Shoot Extreme provides pistols, shotguns, and rifles that have been converted to fire simulation, a non-lethal, ballistically realistic training ammunition that the military and police use for close-range simulations.
Well, wait a minute. Now, isn't that how Bruce Lee's kid got killed? Because they...
Well, those are blanks. Blanks are different, apparently.
Oh.
You could shoot somebody's eye out with a blank.
It's all fun and games until someone gets an eye out or their brains out.
It's
interesting. Now that's so. How much does it cost to go and be chased by zombies?
It doesn't say. Oh, here's their website. I'll post the link to the website.
Yeah, that would be good. We'll put that up there just because.
Okay. Play theme music while I'm looking for the price.
Yeah. Doom 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 doom. Oh, somebody posted something funny on my Facebook
$25.
page. Says to-do list: buy a sword, name it kindness, and then kill people with kindness. That's very funny.
It is funny.
Very funny. Funny people.
$25.
25. You know what? That's way less than the zombie run that's coming up in.
And take advantage of their special introductory rate of $20, tax included.
Oh. Well.
You save time now by filling out our online waiver before you come in.
The online waiver. That makes me nervous right there.
I know. Great trading, gruesome entertainment. A new kind of shooting range.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Hey,
I love it. I love how they try to make things sound so innocent and fun. But make sure you fill out the disclaimer.
Yeah, really.
Fill out the non-disclosure and the disclaimer and the hold harmless.
It's kind of
go have fun, kids.
It's like those all those drug commercials on TV that tell you all these wonderful things they'll do, and then it has to go on with this disclaimer for like 40 seconds.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is the funniest thing. It's like you're watching TV, and here comes this. It's a sunny day, and they're holding hands, walking through a field, and if you suffer from whatever, it could be an allergy or high blood pressure, take
herpes.
Screw it all. However, it can cause death, dismemberment, cancer, and
hallucinations,
anal leakage, and all kinds of other things.
Oh,
it's like
the anal seepage is the worst.
What was that stuff they were frying potato chips in back in the 90s?
Grease? I don't know.
No, it was like a synthetic grease. It didn't have any calories. Olestra.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Olestra.
Yeah.
And it's like, but one of the side effects was anal leakage.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it's just me, but if I'm eating potato chips, the last thing I want to worry about is staining the sofa.
Wait, that's a major ingredient in the South Beach diet now.
No.
No.
That's gross. You're killing me. So, dude, it's been several weeks, and I know you've been probably glued to your computer watching horror films. Have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched.
You haven't watched one? Oh my gosh, dude, you're killing me, right?
We've watched X-Men. That's about it.
You haven't gone to the theater and seen any new movies that have come out? No,
nothing. Boring. Did you get to see the Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
I have not. That's one thing.
Boring.
I want to go see it. I've heard good things about it. I heard it's a fun movie.
We could always go and check out the spoilers on the internet and then pretend that we saw it. And then
dude, that would be great. We could just do all these fake reviews on movies we've never seen.
It'd be like Recall for movies.
Oh, speaking of Recall.
Yeah, did you see that? I haven't.
Yes, I did.
I've had a friend that said, hey, it doesn't even have Mars in it.
Yeah, there's no Mars. It's a reboot, but I was really kind of disappointed. I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. If you have not seen any of that stuff, then you would enjoy it.
I wonder if someone saw this one first, the new one with Colin Farrell, and then went and saw the old Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
Oh, what they would think?
What they would think, because that one had some like really cheesy special effects and everything. But for its time, it wasn't exactly groundbreaking, but it was.
Dude, it was brilliant though. I mean,
it was very
the effects,
smart.
Like, when he pulls that fake head off.
Yeah, well, that was good.
Now, I do have to tell you a little bit of a spoiler. Can I tell you a little? Are you going to go see it?
It doesn't matter. I read spoilers before I go see a movie.
All right. There is a little homage to that scene in the new one.
Oh, good.
I guess they found the woman that played that part from the Schwarzenegger film and brought her back for.
And they tried to pull her head off and it wouldn't come off?
No, they didn't do that. But she was in line before Colin Farrell, and she's wearing the exact same outfit. And they say, "How long are you going to be here?" And she says 2 weeks, which was her line there that she gets stuck on. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So I caught it. Nobody else in the theater got it, but I was all excited.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It was a fun movie, and the effects were great, but it's like it had absolutely nothing to do with the first movie, other than the fact that it was Total Recall, the place where he goes, and it wasn't even high tech. It was kind of like a dirty back alley kind of thing, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe as I'm getting older, I'm much more of a purist about my films.
I want to see something original.
Yeah, I agree. Hollywood has not thrown out anything original in forever.
You're not going to find. Okay, now it's not fair to make a blanket statement. But,
yeah, I guess that's true. I was being a little blanket-esque.
Well, I was about to do the same thing, but you're not going to. I mean, as a general rule, you're not going to find anything really original coming out of Hollywood anymore. You have to watch independent films.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You have to go indie.
I am.
I'll say the same thing about music.
Well, yeah. Well, wait. Actually, no. I will challenge you on that. Because I think there are some artists out there that have been around for a long time that are actually making really good current music. You have to dig for them, and they definitely aren't the. Well, I guess they would be considered mainstream if they're packing out amphitheaters, I would think.
Yeah, that's pretty mainstream. But
mainstream?
I mean, there's like my favorite group, Shpongle, which isn't even a group, it's a project.
Right.
They pack houses all over the world, and nobody in the United States has heard of them, except for like little groups of people, and all those groups of people all show up. It's kind of like the Grateful Dead, where the Deadheads follow them around.
Oh, right,
you went to a Deadhead concert, you'd think they were like the biggest band in history. No, these fans, these rabid fans, follow them everywhere. They take their own nation with them, or at least they used to. I don't know if that still works.
Right.
Since Jerry passed away, but the Shpongle is kind of like that. I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to bring up the fact that my daughter introduced me to a great band today.
Oh, who's that?
They're called Creature Feature. And so I'm going to play one of their songs because I found them on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that if they're on Bandcamp, it's okay to use them and promote them. So if I'm apologizing in advance if they're mad at us for doing it, because I'm not asking permission.
If we get a cease and desist order,
yeah, I'll just pull it off. But
yeah,
so
it's all right.
We'll replace it with a thing saying they've made us take the music off, so this episode has no music.
Yeah, we'll plug them. So Creature Feature.
Creature Feature. You can find them at Creature Feature, all one word, .bandcamp.com. They're great.
Yeah. Now there's another band you might want to check out.
Okay.
That a friend of mine turned me on to called the Creepy Creeps.
The Creepy Creeps.
Yeah. They're like a surf band. I mean, they should really be the official house band of Zombie Beach, because they just look up YouTube and type in Creepy Creeps, and
or maybe they're on Bandcamp too.
Their videos are absolutely terrible. They're like the lowest budget things, and their music kind of all sounds the same, but it's like beach goth music.
Oh, I found them on MySpace.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, chicken. You can check out Creepy Creeps. Just do a YouTube search, and they wear really bad tuxedos, and they do really horrible. Well, I mean, it's pretty tight surf music, but yeah, you just have to see it. It's
kind of sounds a little bit like Gwar.
No, nothing like Gwar.
Okay, no, I don't mean music wise, but I mean artistic
they're
wise.
kind of like Captain Lead and the Letdowns, actually. Imagine if Captain Lead and the Letdowns decided to do surf music.
Why
But then I
didn't
guess
we,
it would
why
have been
didn't we
Captain Lead
do
because
surf
they don't
music?
really have any vocals, so I would have been out of a job.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so Creepy Creeps, check them out. And, yeah, so I was going to ask, is there any other horror-related things that has been going on in your life?
Horror-related, no.
Horror-related?
Horror-related.
Is that even a word? Horror-related.
There was lots of horrors in there's lots of hookers in Detroit, everywhere.
Now, isn't Detroit where
I
the
was staying
famed
at a casino.
8 Mile is? 8 Mile Road or whatever they call it?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I do know at one point I was at the Cobo Center where they hold the big car conventions, right?
Oh, Cobo Hall.
Yeah.
Now, all right, you little bit of hold that thought.
You've been there, huh?
Well, no, I've never been there.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
But the only reason I know about Cobo Hall is that's where they recorded Kiss Alive Volume 1.
Oh.
So that has absolutely nothing to do about nothing. So
I was there.
Wow.
And AT&T is trying to charge me for international data roaming because it's on the Canadian border, and my stupid iPhone was picking up Canadian cell phone towers.
No.
I'm so pissed off.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Well, that just leads me to another thing. I mean, I know we're not really an Apple podcast, but since we talk about all sorts of stuff other than horror and zombies and such, are you excited about this iPhone 5 thing?
Kind of. I'll get one.
Will you really?
Yeah.
Are you going to ditch your iPhone 4?
No, because my company's going to buy me an iPhone, and I said, hold off. And when the
Get me a 5.
Yeah, when the 5 comes out, I'll say okay. I've got some sort of Motorola tablet.
Oh, really?
Verizon sent it to us as a kind of a loaner demo unit, and it's not even released yet. If you send something from it, it says it's a droid, but it's not. It's this. Oh, what is it? It's
not a Galaxy Tab, is it?
I don't know. It has no name. And
it's a blank tab.
Well, and it has disclaimer things all over it saying, this is property of do not blah blah blah. And even if I had details, I probably couldn't give them away because of the disclaimer.
Wow.
But I can tell you that it is taller than an iPad and narrower.
Really?
And it's thinner, but it weighs about the same.
Interesting.
And
does it get hot so you can cook a pizza on it?
No. It's really nice, but the one thing I've found about Android stuff is they're not as fluid. When you move things around on the screen, they'll catch and wait and then catch
it's
up.
a little chunky.
Yeah, and so this is doing that. But I used it for an entire day just doing email, and it was really nice, but I still prefer my iPad.
Well, I think that's because you're an Apple guy.
Well, I mean, if I had never used an iPad before, I would have been extremely impressed with this thing.
Really? See, this is where I'm having issues. It's like I want to go out and get like a pad of some sort, because like when I sit in the living room and
you get the Nexus 7. They're only $199.
Get a what?
The Nexus 7. The Google pad.
But see, I want something a little bit bigger than a 7-inch pad.
I've been hearing from a bunch of people that it's better.
How could it possibly be better?
It's the perfect size.
According According to who? That's like saying fun-sized is the perfect size candy bar.
Well, it's easier to hold, apparently. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I've been reading. I read voraciously about this stuff, and I've been reading people saying they like the size better than the full-size one.
Is your microwave going off? Is your pizza done?
No, it's a reminder for me to take my camera to work tomorrow. Before this Verizon tablet showed up, I was actually going to. I talked to my manager into letting me buy a Nexus 7, but I didn't do it, and now I'm kind of glad I did because we're creating tablet-friendly websites for the company.
Oh, right.
And so I need something to test them on, and so I've got the iPad, and now I've got the Android thing. This has nothing to do with zombies. I'm sorry, folks.
That's all right. I see. Well, this is welcome to our lives. It's like we'll start on a subject and it's deviate.
They're really good for watching horror films on.
There you go. Perfect tie-in. Way to segue, Jerry.
I watched so many horror films on my original iPad. I can't tell you.
Did you really?
That
Seriously?
was my TV until my daughter moved in and we got an actual TV.
Wow.
So
well, there you go. That's Jerry's Nexus 7 review. Good for horror films.
My non-Nexus 7 review.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, because we deal with all kinds of electronics where I work, and it's been one of those things where I've really wanted to get a tablet, but I have to keep myself in check because am I just wanting to get a tablet because everyone else at work has a tablet and they're talking about all the stuff they do with their iPads? But then, honestly, 6 to 7 months later, nobody's really talking about their pads anymore. And I suspect that they're sitting on a shelf somewhere gathering dust. That's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be just reading a bunch of stuff into it, but that's what I personally do.
Is get an iPad 2 for $399. Or are they $299?
Well, it depends on what size you can get. But I haven't seen one.
Or get a used one or borrow someone's.
See, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I just need to borrow.
If you would use it.
Borrow someone's pad. That just sounds wrong. I need to borrow someone's pad. I'm having some leakage from the Olestra.
I went a different way.
I know. I just took that right straight to hell.
We need to borrow someone's pad because I have a girl coming over and.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
that's the direction I went. So
I went with body fluids. And
you went with body fluids. Great.
So you would suggest? You see, but I'm not an Apple guy. It's like I want something that's going to work with my PC. Now, people have been telling me to hold off because. Windows. I've changed the company name. Microsoft is coming out with their new Surface.
I am interested in the Surface. I am really interested in it because I am a fan of Windows 8. We've got it loaded on our main computer here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we've got the pre-release version. It's
pretty cool, huh? I've played with it a little bit.
It is.
Yeah,
Jesse's on it right now.
As much as I love and I've had a love affair with Windows 7 over the last couple of years, it's like I'm pretty stoked for Windows 8.
Now, the latest rumor I heard, and I hope to God it's true, is they're actually going to lowball price this thing just to saturate the market.
Well, yeah, they're doing two things. They're doing if you own Windows XP or later, like Windows XP, Windows 7, whatever. Mm-hmm. Which if you bought a laptop within the last 5 years, 6 years, you have Windows XP. So if you own a laptop with Windows XP, you can upgrade that for $49.
Oh, okay.
Or any computer with Windows XP. Like I could.
How about with Windows Vista?
Yeah, you should be able to. I think it's anything XP or later.
Oh, okay.
So like for my desktop, I'll be able to upgrade for $50.
Well, okay. Now, what I was talking about, though, we've drifted away from zombies again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But the Surface, what I was talking about is I read something today that that according to someone who talked to the New York Post or something, and so I'm guilty of spreading rumors right now, but the rumor is that they're going to blast these Surface ones out, the actual hardware, for $199.
Yes. That's what we're thinking too.
Oh, okay. You've heard that too. Okay. See, I'd plunk down $199 and buy something that you could use. Because here's, I love Apple, right? But here's what I don't like about Apple: the damn planned obsolescence of it. I've got a second generation MacBook Air,
right?
And I've put the latest version of their operating system on it,
Mountain Lion or whatever it is.
And it's a good. I like it, but half the cool features that I wanted won't work on it because the hardware is already too old. It's only 2 years old.
I know, that's very sad.
And you know that when Mountain Lion Zilla comes out, or whatever their next one is,
whatever the next generation of it is,
it's going to be useless on this. And the main reason I got rid of my original iPad is the next operating system they're coming out won't run on it.
Well, you want to hear something even worse?
What?
The big rumor that's been going around, and you know how Apple is about rumors. They're pretty much all true. They're going to be changing the connector.
Oh, yeah.
So anything that you have, like connector-wise, dock-wise, anything is going to be pretty much archaic for any new generation stuff here directly. Now, they're saying that the rumor is that it's going to be incorporated in with the new iPhone 5.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
But see, this is the thing. It's like, if I was an Apple person, I would be so pissed. Because I've got all these other devices, like a speaker dock, car jack, whatever, all this stuff that is based on the 30-pin connector. And then it's all obsolete. Now I got to go buy all new things. I got to buy new cases. I got to buy this. I got to buy that.
Well, you're going to have to buy a new case anyway. But
yeah, no, that's true.
Here's what I've already seen, because I've heard people angry about this. Most of the things that I connect with, I connect via Bluetooth. It doesn't make any difference.
Right.
The way I've been running it, I don't dock it. It's my devices are standalone devices that sync with Apple through the cloud.
Oh.
So that they have no real connection to any of my computers. If I want to transfer files back and forth, I use Dropbox.
Right.
And there's this cool little, the one thing I have that I dock my iPhone to is it's like a little speaker pod thing next to my bed. They have this cool little Bluetooth device that plugs in instead of the phone. Mm-hmm. You plug this little Bluetooth device in, and then that unit that you've plugged it into, anything you plug it into, becomes a Bluetooth device.
Oh.
And so suddenly it's going to be a Bluetooth speaker, and I guess it doesn't make any difference.
Wow. Interesting. Well, that's... So, and once again, we've strayed off zombies and horror films.
Zombies have blue teeth, and sometimes green. So,
way to bring it back home, Jerry. Way to bring it back home. This is a problem. It's like, and I should not be surprised, but anytime you deal with technology, things change. It's like before you get it out of the box, it's obsolete.
Yeah. And that even if I end up getting one of these Microsoft Surface tablets, which I probably will, because I could justify it at work, it's going to be a prototype, basically.
Oh, right. It's
a year from now, it's going to be a piece of junk.
Yeah. You'll use it as like a...
What I was thinking, though, is if it really is as cool as I'm hoping it is, it's going to replace this laptop. Because then you got the best of both worlds. It's got a keyboard, right? The Microsoft Surface has got a keyboard. It's a fully articulated keyboard, but it's also the cover. But you can flip it around, and it's a full-blown tablet. You got the best of both worlds right there. I mean, if anything had the ability to kill the iPad, or at least take a big bite out of it, I think this thing has it's got a chance. Because another thing it has, and here's me, I'm being pro Microsoft right now.
I know you are. I'm kind of flabbergasted.
Well, I mean, and it's going to work. I mean, the one thing that everybody doesn't like, including myself, is how isolated the iOS devices are, and zombies hate them. And there, I brought it back. Zombies hate them because
certainly not because of the Bluetooth.
Oh no, because they don't interoperate well. You can't just plug a USB port device into it and just do something with it. You just can't do that.
Right.
I mean, I found that you can plug a wireless USB keyboard into the camera connector kit onto an iPad and use the keyboard. That's about it. You can't plug a USB thumb drive in there and expect it to work.
I did not know that.
So, I mean, but Dropbox has totally eliminated that problem.
Right.
With everything. I swear I love Dropbox. And so do zombies.
Go ahead. And what?
So do zombies. They love Dropbox.
Oh, they do like Dropbox.
Sorry. That was lame.
9 out of 10 zombies prefer
Dropbox over SugarSync.
over brains. No, probably not. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I think we've talked ourselves out. We're running about 40 minutes.
Let's talk about just a couple more things and bring it back to zombies.
Or horror movies or science fiction or something.
We've got the zombie run coming up in October.
Oh, that's right.
So any SoCal people who are going to be in that, please drop us a line and let me know, because I will be a zombie in the first heat. And so your brains will be mine, so to speak. So yeah, so that's coming up, and I think there might be some spots available. I could be wrong, but there are no zombie spots, but there are. You can actually be a runner in the thing, not a zombie runner, but a runner.
Runner's good.
Like running from said zombies.
That would be kind of fun, running away from zombies.
Well, yeah.
If you're in that place in Ohio, you could shoot at them too.
Yeah, I know that's true, but please don't bring a gun to the.
No, that would be bad.
That would be. I would be very sad.
That's not even funny, considering some of the events that happened recently.
Now, in other zombie news, no, I don't really have any other zombie news.
Well, I got some shout-outs.
You got what?
I got some shout-outs from the Facebook page.
Well, what do you got?
Steven Zamiga?
Yeah, he always comments on our pictures and stuff. That's very nice of him. And
Bianca?
Yes, Bianca. I love Bianca. She's great. She is friends with my stepdaughter up here. And so I met her when she was getting married.
Okay. And
she likes special effects makeup. She actually does some really great burn effects.
Oh, cool!
If you go to her Facebook page, good person. We love you.
So a shout out to her. Shout out to Lewis Lacey Baker, our good friend and long time friend, our bro man, Patrick.
Oh yes.
Alexandra. Let's see. Jeff.
Yes.
Oh, I love that license plate on the back of the Impala.
Oh,
Vlad the Impala.
Vlad the Impala.
That's brilliant.
That actually is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Let's see. Amanda. I see Amanda. I see Bianca. I see Janet. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of them here. Joe, Emily, Knox, Michael, Amanda. I already said that. Ed, Tessa, Art, and Jeff again, because, well, I just have to mention them again.
Yeah, because we can.
Because we just love you guys.
And we like that. We're totally good with that.
Oh, let's see. What are we? I'm taking us out with.
Oh, that's right. With Aim for the Head.
I'm glad you remembered. I'm trying to find the website so I get back to it. I've got like 1,000 of them up. Creature Feature.
Creature Feature, that's right.
Yeah, Aim for the Head by Creature Feature is taking us out, and they are a great band. Please go to their site, creaturefuture.bandcamp.com, and support independent music.
Yeah, because if you don't support independent music, there will be no music independently for you to support. Whatever I said, I'm sure it was the truth.
Well, let me read off the, this is from the album The Greatest Show Unearthed.
That's hilarious. That's a great name.
And the songs are The Greatest Show on Earth, Buried Alive, Aim for the Head, which of course is about zombies, 6 Foot Deep, A Gory Demise, Look to the Skies, How to Serve Man, which is...
That's very funny.
Yeah. Bound and Gagged, The Meek Shall Inherit the Earth, Corpse in My Bed, and Such Horrible Things.
Nice. They got great song titles.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy, folks, and we'll catch you next time.
Here on
.com. Well, it's actually not really .com. So don't type that in. Don't type in Zombie Beach. Well, wait.
Zombie Beach Podcast. .com. There you go.
As completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered.
Can I pose a question? How do you kill what is dead? I just shoot from the hip and I aim for the head. It used to be your friend, that was another life. With a single bullet, we're gonna blow his mind. With a loaded gun, let a steady hand. Read his way through it. If you kill the brain, then you kill the goal. Let his motive functions. Nail up all the windows, they've come to settle the score. Make sure no chamber is bare, they're right outside the door. This is a test of your strength and your will to survive. If you give up now, they're gonna eat you alive. With a loaded gun, let a steady hand. Read his way through it. If you kill the brain, then you kill the goal. Let his motive functions.
Head, or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, save yourself. There is no more, there is no more, there is no more room in hell. I will help you, I will help you, I will help you understand. Come with me now, come with me now, come with me now, take my hand. We can make it, we can make it, we can make it through this. With a loaded gun, let a steady hand. Read his way through it. If you kill the brain, then you kill the goal. Let his motive functions. This is the end of the world, or just the start of the fight. You better heed my warning and watch out for their bites. They have a taste for your flesh, and for your blood they will crave.
Is that a zombie in your gun sights? Or a live, uninfected person? You don't want to make a bad judgment call because either can lead to disaster. That's why we recommend donning a pair of Super Focus eyeglasses before you pull the trigger. Yep, it was a zombie. Thank you, Super Focus. Super Focus recommended eyewear for the zombie apocalypse. For more information, go to www.superfocus.com or call 800-900-3700.